P2 handicap, looking to get on a slightly better plane to improve the consistency of iron dispersion. Looks like a pretty good swing with a path that's slightly above your plane. Looking at your P5 position, the trail forearm and the club shaft. When the shaft is more vertical of that trail forearm, you're likely to see that path stay a few degrees outside to in, as we see here. Likely to produce a consistent little cut. You got down to a 2 handicap on your own, so props to you. But the goal here is to shallow this out slightly, so first, begin by standing up a bit taller. You'd likely want to stretch out those arms a little bit, but overall not too bad from setup. We will see from the face-on view that you can also widen your stance a little bit from the start. But just looking at this played through one time with your path line up, first move, take away slightly to the inside with that club head working pretty square, maybe starting to get a bit open as you pass this P2 position, but it's working inside and under the plane. That is happening due to a flat shoulder turn and a lot of hip rotation. So not the worst move if you're trying to shallow things out to work it deep and more behind you, but as you continue that way, you're going to keep turning, your hips will start swaying off the line a little bit at this top position, and you've simply just gone too long. At this point, you don't have much time or room to shallow or drop the hands riding the wall on the way down, so instead your club's going to go from point A to point B straight down to the golf ball from here. When you sit to your front side and rotate out of it, that's exactly what's going to happen, and as we already saw, it's not a bad path, it's just a couple degrees outside to in. If you wanted to make the simplest fix, getting back to that top position, take a little bit more time instead of reaching back more towards target. Try to reach a little bit deeper behind you, getting your hands behind your heels, and that should help shallow your club as you transition to the top. Also just feeling like you're taking more time at your transition and doing the ride the wall drill, dropping the hand straight down, tucking that trail elbow even further into your body, and just maneuvering your way on a better path on the way down, although it has some flaws with that flat shoulder plane. So before we get to a quick analysis of your face-on view, let's give you the more long-term complicated solution if you can go after this type of fix. So with a line through your spine angle, ideally a bit taller from the start, watching your left shoulder in the backswing, immediately the plane angle is broken, meaning you'd like to see your angle of shoulders match a perpendicular position to your plane. So from here, that just means that you need to get your left shoulder working straight down more towards the ball, and that's going to actually bring your lead arm more vertical to the top position and get you away from this flat Matt Kuchar type position to the top with the elbow tucked in already and really nowhere to go but steep. You manage to limit how steep you go, but that's all you can really do, just go a little bit steep. However, if your hands, your arms are more vertical, your elbows more disconnected at the top, you then may have some time to take that more vertical position and begin to shallow it out, bringing that club path more inside as well. The benefits will be more flexibility without sway, as you won't rock those hips off the line with better turns and tilts, and you won't have to peek over that left shoulder because it will be creating more space down towards the ball. So look up shoulder tilt. There's plenty of drills on that online, but I would suggest starting there to get your hands a bit higher to the top, and then again, you'll have to do some form of shallowing with your hands and arms at the top to actually get that club shallow. So good luck with that. Let's quickly jump over to the face-on view. Sun right in the face. Even the turf is dormant in this season here. So overall, when you do get more shallow or inside the plane, you'd likely want to adjust your grip more to the stronger side to have a closed face bias and getting that right thumb to stay on the trail side of the grip when you also adjust that grip to a stronger position. But stance here, not bad. Ball position slightly forward relative to this camera angle, and as we said before, a narrow stance. I normally ask to drop the trail foot back, but in this case you can bring your lead foot more forward to bring that ball position more centered for your irons. Looking at one line on the lead hip just to finish off with the sway. Initially in the takeaway, when your body's turning and tilting a little bit, you keep your hip alongside that line, but as you reach further and further up to the top, you sway off it slightly, but you get right back through it with a good drive in your downswing. So there's not much to say about your movement here from the face on. but turning and tilting with that left shoulder on the way down should hopefully keep you from making this little bit of sway move right off the ball at the top of your backswing. So good luck with all of that. Sendaswing.com.